What's up, Lansing? This week, I've been asked to do an acrylic pouring demonstration at an art fair in Charlotte. And I thought, well, I need to get the supplies. This would be a good opportunity to document what does it take to start acrylic pouring, because I'm going to need to buy everything to take down to Charlotte. Because people ask me, how much does it cost? What do I need? Where do I get this one little thing? And if I have a video I can just point them to, it's going to save me time as well. This is going to be just what I can get in Lansing on a day's notice. So it's going to be sold in stores. And I'm going to try to get enough to do about 5 paintings, but some things are just nicer to get in bulk. So I might get more than I need, because I'm going to be painting beyond that. Some things are not consumable and I already have, like the torches and the bins. So if I think of it, I'll point them out, but I don't need any more at this point. I hope I can remember to point them out when I go to the store. For acrylic pouring, there's 3 major steps: the mixing, the painting, and the drying. And each step's going to require materials from different stores, so I'm gonna combine them all into one list, try to get it all in one trip. So excuse my horrible handwriting, but for the mixing we're gonna need the fluid acrylic itself, which is composed of pouring medium, acrylic paint, and water. Pouring medium we're gonna use for today is gonna be the Floetrol, which I'm gonna get at a hardware store. The acrylic paint I'm going to get at a hobby store. And the water, you can use tap water, but I'm going to go out of my way to get distilled water. For the mixing, we're going to need the cups. I use disposable cups. The sticks, the stir sticks. You can use forks or spoons, plastic spoons. I use craft sticks. They just seem to work the nicest for me. Gloves, not necessary, but they help contain the mess. Once you have wet fingers, it's hard to touch stuff without getting your prints everywhere. And the silicone is also optional, but people ask where I get it from a lot, so I'll be sure to point it out at the hardware store. You can use any silicone you want. Online, you can get the treadmill silicone. But in the hardware section of the hardware store, there's going to be a whole section of silicone and lubricants. Painting. When you're painting, first you want the canvas that you're going to paint on. And today I'm going to get just a pack of canvases from Michael's, really. And this is going to all depend on what you paint on. So, if you're doing a shape or like a 3D shape or something, you get that. An elevated surface is nice to also contain the mess. You can use more cups to elevate it. The torch and the butane is to finish the painting. The torching removes air bubbles and makes it set nicer. Otherwise, it's going to look like a sponge with a bunch of holes in it. Drying, the part where people get wrong the most. I found these dollar store aluminum bins to work amazing for anything under 10 inches by 10 inches. Anything bigger than that, you're going to have to get creative. So the consolidated list kind of looks like this. At Lowe's, we're going to get the Floetrol, the gloves, the torch, and the silicone. In Michael's, we're going to get the paint, the sticks, and the canvas. And luckily, in Lansing, there's an area where there's 2 stores right next to each other. That's going to make it easier for us. And these, I'm going to find at a dollar store. And then we're going to get it all and see how much it comes out to.
so hard.
Insert cash or select payment type.
So we just finished buying our supplies for acrylic pouring. Keep in mind, and at Michael's I bought nicer paints than you would get than if you were starting out. Let's see how much it came out to. So the acrylic pouring cost at Lowe's, we spent $46.08. Now we bought a ridiculous amount of gloves, so that is more than you need for one time. But also we didn't buy a torch, and that was about $25. So it would have been about 25 bucks on top of this had you bought the torch there. And I started out with that torch, but I eventually upgraded to a nicer one. So I bought that and 3 nicer torches from online once I got into it more. And Michael's is $96.38. So this was the biggest part of the cost. We didn't get the pouring medium, Liquitex pouring medium that they tell you to use, which would have been astronomically more than this, because we got the Floetrol as our pouring medium. We got a gallon for $13. I mean, we're saving money there. The quality of the paints, I got some artist quality because I like the colors. I'm sure you can find it on sale. If you get the craft quality, you're going to save quite a bit of money. And I actually recommend starting there if you're starting out. The Walmart $9.68. What do we get there? We got the water and some cups, and that's about as much as you're looking to spend, because you're not going to buy 4 cups. You're going to buy a pack of them, and you're going to learn that you're going to run out of them very fast, because you use them for mixing, for combining, and just for the stands. Elevate your canvas. And oh yeah, speaking of canvases, at Michael's we opted for a pack of the cheap canvases, And if we had gotten nicer ones, it would have been more on top of this. At Dollar Tree, we spent $6.36 on 6 aluminum bins. And that is optional, but those are nice because they're disposable, and to keep your painting on while it dries, to be able to handle it without touching the painting, you can put it on the tray, leave it somewhere flat. And the total comes out to $158.50. So if you're looking to get in the acrylic pouring, that's about what you're gonna spend. Maybe you can get it to about 100 if you really tried. In the 70s would be like the minimum you could get it to if you were really trying to optimize for cost. But, you know, just going and getting some supplies, this is how much it's going to cost you. Hope this was useful. I'm going to be using all these supplies. I'm going to fly through them in like a month. But not even a month. Paints, it'll last you, I want to say, about 20 paintings. So it's not the cheapest hobby in the world. Well, happy painting. And we'll see you next time.